John, welcome to Cleveland. The city is Cavs crazy. And local sports fans saying this is the biggest sporting event in this city in nearly a decade, since the last time the Indians were in the World Series. And it comes after the Cavs dropped the first two games, but have bounced back with 3 straight victories. LeBron James and the Cavaliers with a chance to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. For the funeral of Justin Hughes. The players, though, ready to play here in Game 6. And this place fired up, as we saw. Has always been a good defender, and Billups has not played up to par so far in this series.
Well, he's struggling with the shot from the field. He's only shooting it at 38%.
LeBron James makes it look easy.
Now, you're right about that, Mike. He puts the ball down. Watch his left hand. Now, keep an eye on it right there, and he catches LeBron with the elbow right in the face. Ronnie Garrettson, the referee, was 3 feet down. And you just give him a crack, he's going to attack the rim.
The jumper good for LeBron James, and the Cavs with a 5-point lead.
Come on, we're playing for a lot of money here right now.
We've rarely seen that. James knocks down the first tonight on ESPN. Games beginning at 3 o'clock, tip-off shortly after 3:30 Eastern. And then Monday on TNT, the Spurs and Mavericks. That's LeBron James trying to get himself and his team back on track. Nice feed inside. There is Al.
There he is again. You fall asleep. See, they run those two.
And James tips it to Murray.
Here they come again. You got a 3-on-2.
James, the pass to Marshall.
The fans are loving it. They on the hesitation. Just watch this now. Now, once he comes in here, he gives you the look in. The defender had to commit to the corner because he did not want to give up the 3.
Going back to the Pistons locker room, we'll get an update on that. But James rarely forces the action, Newbie. His shot selection is good because he lets the game come to him.
Mike, if he played a quarter and a half, he only has 5 shot attempts. But just look at what he has done with the distribution of the basketball. Whether on the catch and the layup by one of his peers, or first pass, second pass, he's always involved.
Hearing chance of MVP. He finished second in the voting. What a flip song his fellas yesterday. Said, I think a lot of people that nice feed to Gooden, and Gooden able to finish another beautiful pass.
Now, Lindsey Hunter was behind.
As long as the officials are consistent with it, that's what the players want.
That's right. After the first 5 minutes of the game, you know they show you the personality.
And Gooden on another pass from James. The Pistons are getting beaten defensively. Well, let's look at the 4th assist from James.
Now, keep an eye here now. Now, just watch. See, that was a fake screen and then move. Fake the screen, move without the ball. That way, the deep
Sunday. Some of the numbers you beat. Points in the paint, obviously, in the Cavs' favor.
Oh, they're killing them in the paint. And that's coming from layups on the fast break and then movement without the ball. Then here, this is a big stat. Second chance points. And then you look at Richard Hamilton, who is on fire, doing a terrific job for his ball club. But what they need to do is get him on those curl moves where he's defensive end.
James, as always, seeing a lot of double teams when he goes to the basket. Shot clock winding down. The hard drive and the finish.
How about accepting that challenge? No way was he going to settle for a jump shot. He just muscled that right past Rasheem and pass out of it. Now just watch this. Watch how he blows by, and then the contact. No, you're not knocking him out of there. Upper body.
And now he's scoring.
And also, Mike, the fact that he's shooting the high percentage for them.
James, this time from outside, a 3-pointer.
Oh,
James with the steal.
Gotta go. You gotta get the layup here.
Back to James.
Great team play. Great team play, Mike.
An 11-3 run. Timeout Pistons. And a standing ovation for the Cavaliers. LeBron James, you'll be starting his offensive machine.
Now right there, the Pistons staff very upset because they thought that on the steal that LeBron James had contact arm to arm in order to free that ball up.
Can't finish. James the rebound.
Look out here.
3-on-1. Oh, James inside, left-handed.
What a great play. What a great play. The defender, Mike, the defender went for that ball and had contact out.
LeBron James this week named All-NBA first team. And adding to his youngest ever titles, he's the youngest ever to be All-NBA first team. Hunter crowding James. Shot clock again winding down. James, tough shot.
That time, Ben Wallace played him as well as anyone can play.
His quick so huge for the Cavaliers is certain times during the playoff run when he's been on the bench, and it hasn't been often.
The perimeter. He is attacking, and he's making things happen within 6 feet of the basket.
And before the playoffs, one of the big questions was how would he finish around series, and he's just continued that here in the second round.
All you have to say,
Yubi, you said something yesterday. You feel this young man is revolutionizing the game.
well, we're talking a 21-year-old guy who is 6'8", 240, incredible upper body strength, great vision on the break. You know, he's one of the quickest guys that we have in basketball, and he finishes because of his athleticism and his ability to shoot the soft shot with either the right hand or the left hand. Take the contact, go to the foul line, and make it. Now, here's where he splits the trap. Anytime he comes off that screen, if you're the guy who's showing, you've got to close him down because he'll go right through that. And he only had 6 seconds here.
James on the drive, gets inside, banks it in.
Banks in a baby hook.
Back out for a new 24.
This is good. They're playing their two centers together here now because Verejao can really get on the offensive board.
Ilgauskas knocks it down. 1-point game with just under 4 to play.
Good play. I like his effort because he came a long way to get that ball.
James ties it at the free throw line. Again, how often does it come down to who makes their free throws? And James solid from the line tonight. As you see, he had just 8 points in the first half, now 26 for the game. And that's the 20th.
Now just keep an eye on this. Now watch as he comes from the other side. He's going strong for the block.
They call the foul on Hamilton. That's his 5th. Hamilton stripped him on the way up on the arm. James with another big free throw. With 1:58 remaining. 28 points for LeBron James. You see the excellent free throw shooting. Perfect on both.
Once again, Mike, they get a second opportunity. That rebound came off. Eric Snow did a good job at blocking out. They come up with the basketball. They end up with 2 points.
Cavalier fans trying to urge on their team for this improbable win. Wallace for 3. Then Wallace tips it out. They get a new 24.
Now that was big. That's their 8th offensive board. All right, now that's just a big challenge right now for Verejao.
Phillips on the drive, and Verejao is fouled out of the game, and more importantly, Phillips will shoot 2 free throws with 1:25 remaining.
Well, that was just a beautiful move. He realized he had the big fella. You know that he's going. It's a difficult cover for him, and attack. Don't settle, attack, and get to the rim. Now just watch as he levels him off. Now he explodes. In no way can Verejao stay with him off the dribble.
He fouls out for the 2nd straight game. Daniel Marshall comes in, and he gets the ovation. Upset with himself. 6 points, 4 rebounds. And Phillips at 92% from the line in the postseason. One of the best free throw shooters in the league. Damon Jones comes in for Snow as Mike Brown now going to offense-defense substitution.
Right, and then you know that with Damon Jones and Marshall in the game now, you are extending the defense of the Pistons because of them being such high 3% shooters.
Both teams hitting clutch free throws here in the 4th.
Now they just switch Prince onto LeBron James.
Now Wallace picks him up.
Yep.
James looks up at the shot clock. Down to 7. Wallace now on him. LeBron James on the drive. Draws the foul again. And he'll shoot 2 more free throws.
We're seeing excellent one-on-one basketball here. Phillips at one end, LeBron James at the other. This is just levering the guy off and then going to your strong suit. Strong right-hand drive, shade the ball with your body, and then force Rasheed Wallace to get you and go for the bump. And even if he didn't get him with the bump on the foul, try to, if he goes for the shot block.
Erjau wishing he could still be out there. James, meanwhile, 7 of 8 from the free throw line here in this 4th quarter.
No, I like Joe Forte. He's been all over that stuff tonight. He's been right out there separating guys, getting them behind the three-point line.
Ironically, it was James who did that to Gilbert
to take a open three-point shot.
Now the key here, UB, the players along the free throw lane, they can go in on the release. The free throw shooter has to wait until the ball hits the rim. Anybody else can go in on the release, including those beyond the three-point mark.
Now, the Pistons just match up with all these guys outside. This has got to be a miraculous catch and a quick pass out.
He has to hit the rim, and does. Ball tipped by Phillips, almost tipped it in, and the buzzer sounds, and we'll have a game 7. Phillips nearly tipped it in for the Cavaliers, but instead Detroit does it again. They survive and will force the game 7 Sunday afternoon back at the Palace.
Now, they brought a guy from the left-hand corner. Now, when we show you this replay, watch the guy come here. Now, you're going to see they step out. Now, watch him come right down inside, right there. Okay? Now, that was a well-executed play. Step in, block out, cause a lane. Now, you're going to see it.
Boy, Phillips, again, that nearly goes in on his tip. It was a good miss from James to try and give them a chance, but the